Okay, in this video, I will show you a couple of examples on WebAssign. Now, the first thing I would like to talk about is after you open your WebAssign, if you couldn't see the graph, like here, so we can solve this issue by go to the up left corner and we click on this. So you click the right key and it will pop out this window, and then you change the option of the Flash into a null, and you close this, and then you click on this to reload your page and wait for a second. And then the graphs, they should be shown. Okay, they should be shown. Okay, so next, I will show you how to graph the quadratic function on WebAssign. Let me start using this example. So first, we're gonna pick up this tool, which we use to graph a parabola. Now, if we graph a quadratic function by hand, we may need to use a couple of points. But when we graph the function on WebAssign, we only need 2 points. See here? And one of them has to be a vertex. So first, we need to determine what is the vertex of this function. Now, you can see the function right now is written into the standard form. So, the function is x squared. So x squared we can write as x minus 0 squared and minus 9. So from this function, we can tell that the vertex is 0 and negative 9, right? So h is 0 and k is negative 9. So go ahead to type 0 and negative 9 here. Now, so when you move your mouse, you can see you will form a parabola. But right now the parabola is not determined because you will need a second point. So to find the second point, what we do here is just like how we graph a linear function. We choose a random number for x, and then we compute the y value for that corresponding x. Then we can find the second point. So for example, if I choose x to be 1, so when x equals 1, the function value is 1 squared minus 9, and that equals 1 minus 9, that equals negative 8. So I found the second point, which is 1, negative 8. And if you submit your result, okay, now you will get it right. You will get it right. Okay, let me do another example. So first, from this equation, we can see that the vertex is 3 and 1. It's point 3 and 1. Okay, now next we need to find the second point. And this time I will show you that there there is a bug in the on the website. So I will show you what is that bug. For example, let's say I choose x to be 10. Here, if x is 10, so the y value is gonna be 10 minus 3 square and plus 1. So that is equal to 10 minus 3 is a 7. 7 square plus 1. So that is 49 plus 1. So that is 50. So the second point is 10 and 50. Now, this answer is right. This answer is correct. Mathematically, it is correct. However, if we use this point and use it to graph our parabola, you will see it says wrong. The reason it says wrong is not because of your calculation is wrong. It's because on this software, the highest x value and y value are positive 10 and negative 10. So therefore, the numbers you are going to use must be within this range. So because right now the y is over positive 10, so that's why it says the result is wrong. So therefore, we have to be careful when we choose the number. Because we wanna the output and the input, they are within this range. So let's say I use a smaller number. Let's say I'm using 0. If x is 0, then y is gonna be negative 3 squared, so that's positive 9 plus 1, so it's 10. So if I use x as 0, if I use 0 as x, then the y gonna be 10. Okay, let me try this point. So first, let me clear all. And so the first point is our vertex, so it's 3 and positive 1. Now the second point is 0 and 10. And let's try the second time to see what is going to happen. Now the second time, the website accepts my answer because the numbers I'm using right now, they are within this range between negative 10 and positive 10. So please be careful when you graph the function. Be careful to choose your numbers. Okay. Now let me do another example. Let's see here. So here the vertex is at the point negative 2 and 6. Remember we said how to determine the edge. You look at this expression and think about which number are gonna make this expression be 0. So the answer is negative 2, right? When x equals negative 2, this whole thing will be 0. So that's why the edge is negative 2. And k is any number and this square. So k is 6. Now I need to find another point. This time my equation is negative x plus 2 squared plus 6. Let me see what if I choose 1. Can I choose 1 as x? Now if I choose 1 as x, so over here I will have 1 plus 2, so that's 3. Now 3 squared is 9, so negative 9 plus 6. The result is negative 3. Okay, because 1 and negative 3, they are both within this range between negative 10 and positive 10. So I should be fine. It should be fine if I use these two numbers as my second point. Right, so now let's see. Let's see what is our result. Okay, so the answer is correct. Okay, now let me do another example. So this time, this time we're going to the equation we're given is in the general form, and we wanna tell the vertex, right? Because the first point has to be the vertex. So it says to use the technique completing the square to change the equation. Now, if you remember how to do that, you can use this technique. Or another way you can do is to use the formula I just showed you. Okay, the formula I just showed you. So the vertex can be determined by these two, one of these two formulas. Okay, so which means so this is our h and this is our k. So when we convert this equation, it will be like a times x minus h, so minus this number negative b over 2a square, and plus the k, which is this. Okay? So the first step is we compute the b over negative b over 2a. Sorry, we compute the negative b over 2a, and we compute 4ac minus b squared over 4a. I will show you this in my next video.